Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 4th to the 10th of April 2016. We have a lot of energy in Aries this week as we head towards the new moon in Aries on Thursday. But before we get there, we have the dark moon in Pisces. So on Monday, although there's a lot of fiery activity calling us to use our energy wisely, calling us to have bright ideas and to channel our dynamism, again, there's no need just yet to step forwards, as we can honour the Pisces moon and we can release everything that came up during the recent eclipse period. So no need to rush forwards. We've got the Sun and Uranus and Mercury all in Aries, but we can percolate those bright ideas. We can make lists, we can write them down, we can begin to form a plan on the inside, but it's very much that inward reflection, and to just let that percolate, really, just let that simmer while we're still in the phase of letting go of anything that we didn't want to bring forwards. If we just kept pushing forwards all the time, if there were no retrogrades or tricky moments, then we'd probably end up in a destination that was off the mark, because we may be pushing forwards from feelings of, I decided to go this way 5 years ago, or I need to do this because of an outdated belief. So we've got the opportunity now to let go of the stress, let go of the difficulty, let go of any ancient beliefs and blocks, so that when we do start to push forwards at the new moon, we are actually in alignment with our true goals. So a plan is forming, it's in formation, but there's no need to act upon it just yet. By Tuesday we have Mercury going into Taurus. So this is all about where we take our thoughts with Mercury, what thought forms we're tuning into, and then how we make those manifest in the real world. So this is very much a planning stage. And we can have a look at our thoughts and our words, and if we follow that trail through, what would they actually be creating? And Taurus likes to work hard, but we need to work hard towards something that's of our own highest purpose and design. So while we're doing the planning stages, we can have a look at simplifying maybe. Take a look at tasks and workload. Are we making things more difficult for ourselves? Are we making more work just for the sake of being busy? Is there anything we can do to simplify that and to make sure that everything is centred in that sense of inner desire and purpose? Also on Tuesday, Venus goes into Aries, and this is incredibly free-spirited and creative. So this is a good opportunity to tune into our inner creativity and put our energy into a place of expression, and tune into the passion that we have for projects, and tune into the passion that we have for life and the pulse of nature at this time as everything's flourishing. So taking all of that energy inwards, feeling how it feels inside of the body, feeling what's right, tuning into our intuition with the dark moon in Pisces, and having a look at any blocks as well and any beliefs that are not sustaining us, and just stripping right back to that core pulse, that core energy, and nurturing that for the beginning of the week. It's not easy, because with such a burst of energy in Aries, we'll want to be impetuous, we'll want to leap forwards, we'll want to get plans started and know that we're making the most of our energy, and yet, like I say, that could actually just cause more stress and more work and more blocks if it's not centred from the heart. So an inward journey there from now until August to study what we've learnt, and to also study new subjects, to actually tool ourselves up with new knowledge that's meaningful and will take us further in the long run. That's the journey of Saturn retrograde in Sagittarius, but once again preaching caution, not to put too many plans into action, but to have a look at what those plans are, where they're coming from and where they'll take us. So for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there's a pull from the outer to the inner. There's lots of energy, there's lots of potential, but maybe just let that be potential for now and get to the heart of the matter. Get back into connection with your true essence and what you're passionate about, and take a look at anything that the eclipses have brought up during the dark moon in Pisces. What needs to be released in order that that will be an easier and more authentic journey when we do start to project outwards and forwards again. So by Thursday we come to the new moon in Aries, and we have the Sun, the Moon, Uranus all lined up together in Aries. So the Sun and Moon, that is a new moon. That's what a new moon is, when the Sun and Moon are in the same sign. and this time it's 18 degrees Aries, but we have Uranus there as well. Uranus is the breakthrough agent. It can be flashes of genius, it can be thinking differently, and it can be breaking the mould. So we've had a year where we've been stripping ourselves down to core basics and strengthening up with a strong and flexible spine, but now we've got the opportunity to break through and to actually create from a different place. Uranus will often take us out of our comfort zone, as it's all to do with thinking new, being visionary and doing things differently. So this new moon asks us to be independent thinkers. Quite often we're working from thoughts that we've picked up along the way. It could be ancestral, could be cultural, or it could just be what we've done for a long time, or it could even be what the group thinks and says and feels. But Uranus asks us to take a look at our thoughts, words and actions and make sure that they're of our authentic essence, to make sure that they're relevant and to make sure they're going to have purpose and not just repeating what's been done before or acting from the group mind. So have a look at your thoughts, have a look at your beliefs, have a look at, are they actually yours to begin with? Because this is very much the key of this week. Pushing forwards without going inwards first, and true self-knowledge, finding the core essence, would mean that we're creating something just out of compliance and something that will be difficult and won't unfurl easily. But going inwards all the way through to Thursday, to the new moon in Aries, having a look at our authentic, independent thinking selves, and also therefore where we can then take who we are and contribute our worth, rather than just chasing after what we think we want or need. So new moon opens up a 2-week period, so by Friday, Saturday, Sunday and into next week we are ready to put our energy into action, and at least we've gone back first and released everything from the past zodiac cycle and from the past eclipse phase, which should leave us feeling lighter and brighter and more spacious to resonate our true energy further and to live more effortlessly. So this is really a week of two halves. The beginning of the week, lots of potential, lots of energy buzzing, lots of vibration. We can start to feel the spring coming, but a need to cleanse, a need to tune into our intuition and to let go of any blocks. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday and into next week, a new moon opens a 2-week window. We can put our energy into something purposeful that's coming from our true essence. We can resonate that out with authenticity and excitement and wait to see what that modulates back. Breaking some of the rules along the way, having some fun, being rebellious to what doesn't serve us, any limitations and any compliance, and really connecting with our soul purpose and expression. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week. The study of astrology is the study of self-knowledge. It's to realise our kaleidoscope of colour and our symphony of sound, our wholeness and our unique electromagnetic vibration, how we can get back in touch with all the different parts of ourselves that we may have sidelined or not even explored yet, and how we can then take that and harness that with the current energies to live a more harmonious life. It's not as difficult as it may seem to learn astrology. You can do that intuitively, and I've set up a Facebook group where we're learning as we go along. So it does take time, but it doesn't have to be difficult. You're very welcome to come and join the Facebook group, or come to me for a one-to-one where we can look at your personal chart, or maybe even take one of my courses where you can study at your own pace and timing. So if you'd like to learn in any of those ways, then please do contact me, zoehines7@gmail.com.